Bailey Zimmerman.
Bailey, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
Amazing, man. How are you?
Question. Do you have ADHD?
So bad.
Are you open about that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Amy has it too. She talks about it a lot.
Hi.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys talk,
Yeah.
talk
She
about
says,
that for a
"Hi,
second.
I'm Amy."
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
hi. I'm Amy. I have ADHD.
Yeah.
Are you medicated, or do you don't have to say? But
No.
Wow.
See, I can't ask that question, but she talks about it a lot. She talks about it a lot.
So I've medicated with Adderall, and then
Okay.
I have gotten off of it, and I've chosen to stay unmedicated.
Yeah.
Just because I kept having to increase my dose and then how I was feeling, and
Yep.
obviously I liked the focus and how I would be able to go from task to task with ease on medication. But I sort of, I don't mind the back and forth all over the place now.
Yeah. It always made me feel like a zombie.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could never, it would chill me too out.
The
Like I would
medication
be-
or the
Yeah.
ADHD? Okay, got it.
Yeah.
It
so-
depends on which type, because I had that in college. I took something called Stratera, and I remember sitting in class just like staring at my professor. I still wasn't absorbing information. I just was like, I felt like a zombie.
Did you ever get on Ritalin?
No, I've only done
That stuff was crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
had it?
Oh yeah, I've taken that, dude.
It's nuts.
That's not like a medication. That's like a drug.
It was like I was like, I don't know, 7, 8 years old, and I tried Ritalin, and we used to have a pond. This is a true story. We used to have a pond in our front yard, and I woke up and I was like halfway in the pond sleeping. So Ritalin was making me sleepwalk like
What?
crazy. Like unlocking doors, walking outside, like going to the fridge and taking stuff, eating food, like had me doing crazy stuff. So yeah, Ritalin, not great. And then I went to Concerta, and that's what made me just feel so zombified. So then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna like do it without it. And honestly,
Raw dogging is what we call it.
yeah, raw dog
Yeah.
in life. And I'm like, I think it's the reason I'm where I'm at today in my
your
career, in my
personality,
life.
you get to be you.
Yeah, and I just started going, okay, I have ADHD, so I'm gonna be like me. And some people may not like that. That's okay, but it's better to be me than try to put medicine in my body to make me not me.
We like that. Yes, we love that. Yes,
Yes.
yes, because we love you. Okay, next
Thanks.
question.
Love you too, man.
Next question. Your stage tosses you in the air.
Oh yeah,
First of all, it's super cool.
thanks.
Yeah, even I like some of the TikToks too, like from under, and it shows you like getting up. Like that's super cool. If you're not fully braced and prepared, because that thing launches you up and you come jumping on stage, can you get hurt?
Yeah, so I have to I kind of took to it pretty naturally, because I'd imagine when something's throwing you up and you're like wobbly knees, you're like, potentially like break your leg or anything, but also when it's throwing you up and you're not braced to go straight up, it can throw you backwards or it'll throw you forwards. So that's what I had to learn.
Did you practice it a bunch before you went out? Like,
Oh yeah.
have you had any close calls with it?
No, right off the rip, I was just like, okay, the first one was like, okay, this is what it's going to do. And then because you can turn it up and down. So
You can make it throw you up even higher?
Yeah, so
it'd be like medicine like Amy's talking about. I would get used to it and I want to go higher and higher.
I'm at 100% now.
Okay.
I was finally dude, come on, let's just do it. But yeah, at first I started out at 50 and I was like, oh, that's not enough. And then as I kept doing it, I probably did it, I don't know, 30, 40 times before I was like, okay, I think I'm good to go do this in a show.
It's sick. You watch the videos from the crowd when you come out. It's pretty
yeah.
sick, isn't it?
Oh, it's so much fun to watch. I have this ongoing show thing where I see if I can get higher than I did the night before. So I think St. Louis might have been my highest.
Now, is that because of any other reason that you were just feeling in your legs? Or the spring sometimes a little springier? The weather, it could be colder, it could be warmer.
I think I'm just more amped.
Yeah.
And I kind of see how high I can get. Because you can kind of control it. When it goes up, if you kept braced and didn't, jump up with it, it wouldn't throw you very high. But I spring with it. I've found where it stops. So I spring off that. So it's kind of my goal is
awesome.
How high can I get? One night I touched the top, the rope. The rope I swing off of, I touched with my head. Pretty solid.
New records out today. I do want to talk about some new music. Now, this song's been out a little bit, but I did see that you and Combs are the SEC football, the song.
Yes.
That's
It's crazy, dude.
Because I heard it, and I was like, oh, cool. And then I saw it was the SEC song. It was like in a commercial.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, too.
It's one of those things where all my friends were like, all right, dude, you've done a lot of cool stuff, but this is pretty freaking cool.
I kind of felt the same way. I was like, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen Bailey do.
Yeah.
Is you got the SEC, the football song of the year.
Yeah, and it's funny because I didn't even really know about it because just we've been so busy, and I didn't super know about it. But then somebody hit me up like last week about it, like, hey, they're wanting to post the commercial next week. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And they're like, oh, you didn't know that you and Luke's song is like SEC like song, like theme song? And I'm like, dude, when are people going to start telling me stuff? Like,
That's how you heard about it?
That's how I heard about it. I was like, oh, yeah, I guess. Like, this is insane. So, yeah, it's still pretty fresh for me as well. So, pretty crazy, though, man. I'm like, whoa, that's crazy.
Cool. What song, when you perform, does the whole crowd sing so loud that you have to kind of let them sing it?
I would say right now it would be between Rockin' a Hard Place, Religiously, or Where It Ends.
You have 3 of those. That's how you know you're making
And
it.
All the Way.
4 of those.
With Big X the Plug. They're loving that thing, man. So, yeah.
How'd that come together, by the way?
Oh, I call it manifestation, honestly. So I was sitting in my studio, my house, and I was like scrolling through Instagram. And do you remember when it was like he was really talking about the country, EP he wanted to put out or whatever the project? So I kept seeing that. I was like, dude, how cool would it be to like be with a Big X on a song? It'd be crazy. Hopefully he asked me, like, but I don't know,
Oh, you didn't message him?
I'd never messaged him or like met him or anything. So I was just like, okay, well, whatever. Like that'd be sick, And then I don't know, like 2 or 3 months later, like a month later, whatever it was, I got a text and he was like, hey, this is X. Do you like this song? And I was like, I turned it on like halfway through. I was like, yeah, bro, this is like one of the fire songs I've heard in a long time. Like, this is really cool. And I was like, what do you want me to do? And he was like, well, I want you to cut it with me. And I was like, okay. Took me like 10 minutes, cut the song real quick at the studio and sent him back like just a rough version of like what it was. And then all of a sudden I had a song with Big X the Plug.
It's cool too because for those that would be like, I'm not a Big X fan. It's you at the beginning. So they can think it's a Bailey Zimmerman song.
Yeah.
Before it actually hits and you're like, okay, this is Bailey on somebody's track. Like I think it could take a bunch of naysayers and make them actually like the song before they realize that they love the song because of how he put it together.
And that's one of my favorite things about that song is it's a Big X song, but I started.
Yeah.
And so it feels like truly a collaboration in all aspects. Like, it's just really cool. And I thought the same thing, like me starting it, you almost think it's my song, but then it's not. When he comes in, it's like, hey, it's like, dang, let's go.
Gosh, some people have to have, pictures cut out on their vision board for months, if not years, for their manifestation. You just like spoke it.
Speak it out into the world. That's all you got to do. I'm like, that's honestly how basically everything has happened. I swear. Like, I'll just be like, man, the time I met Morgan, I had been talking about, man, I really want to meet Morgan so bad. And then all of a sudden he was just in the Big Loud parking lot and he was like, hey, I know you. And I was like, you know me? And he's like, yeah, you're Bailey. You got that song, Fall in Love. I love that song. I'm like, bro, holy crap. How do you even know my name? And why do you know my music? And then all of a sudden, I was on tour with him. And then all these things just like happened like that. So
can you do one of those for me?
Can
I just text you and be like, think about this for me? Let me
Please.
see.
You have to speak it.
Because all I got to do is say it in the world.
I want to sing the 7th inning stretch at Wrigley Field for the Cubs.
Okay.
Got you. We're going to make it happen. That Bobby, you're gonna sing the 7th inning stretch at the Chicago Cubs game.
Okay.
It's gonna happen. I believe it.
And now if it does, it's the Bailey Zimmerman effect.
Do we have a time frame on that, Bailey? Or
Well,
is it-
you
No
can't
time
assign
frame.
time. No,
Okay.
we can't assign time.
Okay.
No time frame.
No time. We just hope that happens. How cool would that be?
Hey, that would be super cool. And I appreciate you even acknowledging that is one of the things that I would like. And there is no pressure on anything here, just two buds just talking it up.
And it's funny because you would never think that a Cubs fan and a Cardinals fan could be friends like we are.
Exactly. And look at us. Best of friends.
This is 2025, my friend.
It is. A lot of people coming together.
Yep.
18 tracks on this thing. So some of these, though, we know already.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know, do you have one that you hope people go, this is the one do you have, like, here's where this comes from. We were talking about our favorite kids. Everybody has favorite kids.
Yeah.
I don't have kids yet. But do you have, like, a favorite kid on this record?
Yeah, I would say I have a favorite kid. It's a song called Chevy Silverado. So, you know how the end of the chorus kind of, the hook was into the second verse? That's how the song starts too, which I think is one of the coolest things. It starts off with, why Chevy Silverado? And then into the second verse, that's the first words of the second verse too. But then at the very end of the song, it goes right back into, why? I think it's the coolest thing ever. And I started writing that by myself with a guitar, which I really just learning how to sing and play guitar and write melody. You know, I can play and sing songs that I've already written, but it's kind of hard to like think of melody and strum the way it needs to be strummed, all the things. So this one I'm just really proud of because one, I made it, I started it and wrote the whole idea about it myself on the couch, and I did it for like 2 years. And then I just kept rewriting, and then I finally was like, okay, it's time to get some professionals in here that can really help me, get what I'm trying to say out. And so I called all my buddies, and I was like, yo, come over, and let's help me write this song. I've basically got it all done. I just need your help. And that night, it just turned into, like, everything that I was missing. They just filled in all these crazy spots. And then another reason, it's my child. The first one being I worked so hard and so long on it, and it just is like just my child that I've, birthed. But then also the song is about me being 16 and having to borrow money from the bank to buy my grandpa's white Chevy Silverado. And it was just a big deal to me because just trucks have always been a really big thing to me. Me and my grandpa were like best buddies. That truck, I learned to drive in that truck, so I really wanted to buy it. And so that's what you kind of hear from the first of the song is how I bought this truck from my grandpa. And then I started to fall in love with it, like fall in love in the truck. And there were so many relationships that I fell in love with girls, and I got my heart broke by them in the same passenger seat, like same kind of thing. And throughout the song, you'll understand it's like I still have my Chevy Silverado, but all the girls that have been in it are gone now. So basically, don't get a girlfriend, buy a Chevy Silverado.
I hear you. It's an ad for Chevy Silverado.
Nice.
You know what
all new Chevy Silverado 2500.
Available now.
What I find super interesting, you talk about the structure of the song and how parts of the song at the end of the chorus also are the beginning of the line, and right, it's almost like really good wordplay, but it's really good structure play. And there have only ever been a couple songs that have struck me that do that. Another one is, and it's not written at all the same, and I don't think they're based on each other, but Hey Girl, Billy Currington, because it starts Hey Girl, and at the end you got me saving it,
yeah.
Hey Girl, but it's also it's the end of the chorus, but it's also the beginning of that next second verse.
Yeah.
And I always felt like, man, that's kind of brilliant how they did that. Same with that song. Like how you guys did that, not the same as that, but the structure of it, I feel like is so novel and original feeling that it struck me the same way.
Thanks, yeah. And that song, Billy Currington, I got to meet, just by the way, just real quick ADHD thing, got to meet Billy Currington, dude. He's a
awesome.
legend.
He's awesome.
He's a legend.
He was in here once, and at the end of the interview, he comes up and he like quietly hands me a piece of paper, and he's like, good to see you. Because I like Billy. I have a lot of respect for Billy. Like as an artist and somebody who knows what his life is and doesn't chase things he doesn't love and is like always known. And he has a piece of paper and he walks out. And I open the piece of paper and he's like, hey, come stay in Hawaii with me for a few days, and had his number and it was like, come stay.
Yeah.
I never did. I don't want to, but I thought it was super nice of him to do. Yeah. Why you? Why do you love Billy?
I don't know. He was just really nice to me. I got to play this private party with him, and being young, and I was headlining and he was opening up for me, which is really, really weird still. And And I just thought like, man, I wonder how this guy's going to be. And then he was like the nicest guy. And I'm such a big fan of all of his music. So just like meant that much more. There was like, dude, I picked the right guy because I've always listened to his songs, every single one. And then now that you've like been nice to me as well, it's just like, yep, 10 out of 10. Billy Currington, love that guy.
That's an odd dynamic because your career is doing really great things right now. And not that his isn't, but he's taking some time off. Billy just goes away for a while. Like just disappears and goes lives in Hawaii and climbs rocks and eats bugs. I don't know what he's doing over there. And I would compare like with Morgan, he's got Miranda out opening shows for him, and he's got Brooks and Dunn opening shows for him because his career is skyrocketing. And I'm sure there's a bit of a dynamic at first to go, man, these artists have been legends for so long. Are they going to be weird about opening for me, or are they going to be awesome? And it seems that they also understand what happens in anything creative, right? It doesn't mean anybody's better than anybody else, but timing is a big part of it. And it's cool to hear that he was cool even though he was opening for you.
Yeah. Same with Tyler Hubbard, too. I just played a festival with Tyler Hubbard, and I was like, hey, dude, this is really weird because you are Tyler Hubbard, like the T-Hub, and you're kind of opening up for me, and is it weird to you? And he was like, no, man, I'm so grateful, bro. Like, this is just amazing, and I love seeing what you're doing. He was so nice to me. I was like, okay, 2 for 2. Like, this is pretty weird still. Like, I'm never going to not think that this is, this is not normal.
I'm trying to picture, though, like, would you ever expect any of them to be like, well, it sucks?
No, well,
maybe, but they could be real about it and be like, yeah, it kind of sucks, but you're killing it, so I get it.
They could, like,
true.
Sometimes they're, like, rude.
Oh, yeah. Like their demeanor was kind.
They're just like, I don't want to be around you. And I don't want to talk to you, and I stay on my bus, I play my show, I leave. And that usually, like, lets me know, like, oh, man, like, they were just, like, felt the type of way.
And it's not toward you. It's within themselves.
It's an ego thing.
It's always, like, an insecurity thing. And I get that as well, man. Like, I've got insecurities every single day, like, just about, life and music and all the stuff we're doing. And so I get it for sure. But it is really refreshing because I'm like, hey, man, I'm not here to steal anybody's spot. I'm not here to, like, overstep my welcome, but, I'm here, and I want to be friends if they want to be friends. And that's like with Tyler and with Billy, it was like, okay, I hope everybody treats me like this because this is so nice. And I'm getting to meet my heroes. Like me and Tyler did Cruise during his set. So I was like, dude, I will never pass up the opportunity to play Cruise with Tyler Hubbard. No, of course.
I think it also says a lot about you to go and approach it in like a real life human way of like, hey, I know this is kind of weird, but I'm a big fan. Like, I think a lot of people in your shoes wouldn't do that as well because not that they're not good people, but they'd be afraid of what that dynamic could be. And you're not, you're just like, you're awesome. It's kind of weird, but here's the situation.
Yeah.
3 other questions. Question 1, what's the best part about being famous now?
I've said it for like years now. It's having the freedom to like do what I want to do. I was thinking about this morning. Growing up, I hated being told what to do. You can ask me if I will do something and I can say yes or no. But if you're telling me what to do, that just like drives me nuts. It's just like irked me my whole life. So then when I was working for like Pipeline and the union, they would always just scream at you and tell you what to do. And that's what originally made me go, dude, I can't do this for the rest of my life. Like, I just can't do this. I've got to try other things. So when I started trying other things, music and singing was like the second part, like the second thing I tried. And it ended up working out, TikTok, and now I'm here with you guys. But the one thing I started to love when I quit my job and I put my first song out was I was like, man, I don't even care how much money I make. I don't care about anything other than being able to write songs because I love to do this and it's amazing. And being able to be in control of my time because I think time is more valuable than money or anything else in the world.
Only thing you can't get more of.
Exactly. You don't make more of it and you can't get it back. So I'd say that's probably one of my favorite things about being a just famous or a country artist or whatever is, I get to say what I'm going to do and when I'm going to do it. And I get to like take time off and see my mom when I want to. I get to, take my family on vacations. Another reason would be that I get to take care of my family because we grew up really, really poor, and it was just really rough for a long time. So being able to take care of like my dad and my mom and my grandma, it's pretty crazy. And that would be, I got one more if you want one more. I would say it's being able to connect and meet so many people all over the world. Like I've been able to travel and meet crazy cool people that teach me things, and I've learned things from. I've got friends. I've met some friends at shows over in Wales, UK. Now they're moving to the United States because they fell in love with my family back home in Illinois, and they're gonna move to Illinois. So it's like just all those things. I would say are like my top three. You know, being able to have control of my time and my life. Being able to take care of my family is awesome. And then all the people you meet and all the relationships that you build, just being on the road, shows. I've got some of my friends that I've met that like started as fans and they're still fans, but now we're like actually friends because they come to all the shows. And yeah, so man, there's a lot of things. I could keep going on and on, but I live a very blessed life. Yeah.
The tour with you and Dylan Marlowe and Drew Baldridge, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. I'm doing my fingers.
Yep.
I got to do months on fingers.
I always do fingers, dude.
Okay, good. So are you off of are you still doing any other shows as support, or are you completely doing like Bailey shows now in festivals and fairs?
Yeah, I think so. I'm only doing headline. I'm not on the Morgan tour anymore.
Okay.
I'm doing all headline this year on the New to Country tour, and that's a summer tour with Dylan
all the
Marlowe,
way
Drew
through.
Baldridge.
What's 9? January, February, March, April, May,
I think
June,
it's
July,
September.
August, September.
Yep.
Thank you, Bailey. Yes.
Got you. Thank you.
Yeah.
But and then also doing festivals and fairs, and that's still one of my favorite things. Is like I personally love direct supporting people. Like I love that slot. I love just like I don't know being around other artists, I guess, and like supporting Luke Bryan. Like I'll always do that. That's like the best. I don't care how big I get or whatever. Dude, supporting Morgan Wallen is awesome. Supporting Luke Bryan is awesome. Jason Aldean, I don't care who it is. Like, I think me and Laney are doing a couple shows next year, and I'm really excited for that because direct support is, that slot is really fun. So, yeah, next year I'm gonna do some direct support stuff. I think I have another show this year that's direct support, but then all the rest is headline.
And mostly I was asking that because they booked this stuff so far out. Mm-hmm. Like, who's to know you were going to blow up like you have 18 months ago whenever you're, booking support stuff. So I wondered how far ahead you'd booked. So Bailey's New to Country tour, Corning, California, Denver, New Hampshire, New York, Connecticut, Richmond, Virginia, Durant, Oklahoma, Council Bluffs, Iowa, Reno, Nevada, Laughlin, Nevada, and then a bunch of fairs and festivals. And when did you get your first guitar ever?
So... Fun fact, I got my first guitar. Actually, I played guitar when I was I think I was 10. And I got a guitar, but I liked metal and rock. So I bought an LTD. That's what it's called. I bought an LTD electric. It was all white. And it looked like a Les Paul knockoff. And then played that from 10 to 11 years old, and then sold it because I got into shoes and stuff. So I kind of just let it go. Never thought anything of it. But it actually did help me once I started playing guitar again. The first guitar I got was a guitar from Gibson. Gibson gave me a guitar.
They gave you one?
Yeah, they gave me a J45 when I moved to town, which was very nice of them. And they've been awesome to me. But yeah, when I started playing when I was 10 or 11, just learning the few things I learned, when I got it back in my hands at 20 or 21, I was okay, I kind of understand
a little muscle
this.
memory there, a little bit,
muscle memory, yeah. So, yep.
The record, Different Night, Same Rodeo, it is out today. I'm going to do one more song. Ray, would you play New to Country? So we're talking about the tour, because you named the tour after the song.
Yeah.
Not after the record.
No. Well, because I didn't have the record yet.
Oh, that's why? Got it. Timing thing then.
Yeah.
Did you think you might name the record New to Country?
No. Dude, I really wanted. So it's so funny. For a long time I wanted to name the record When It Was, and I was gonna put it out
Which
last
is also
year.
a song.
Huh?
Which is also a song on this record.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a song. Yeah, I was gonna call it the When It Was album, and that was gonna be last year. But then something just like I just wasn't sitting right with me, or something. Like I just couldn't get it out of my head. It was like the music needed more work. The creative around it needed more love. I wanted to see what other songs I was gonna write as well. And dude, I'm so glad that I waited. But that's why the tour now is called New to Country, because I named it after a single. Because I was like, well, if I'm not gonna drop the album, I definitely want to tour more. So yeah. But then I'm glad I waited, because the album is like crazy now.
Ray, play New to Country, please.
Ain't a thing changed round here but the money. You try to mix it up, but let me tell you something. Same liquor in my Dixie, same rowdy bunch with me. I'll be laid up in the dirt before you ever take it from me. So take the boy out the truck, take the boy out the mud, put him up in a PJ Hill, still trying to get them 40 stuck. So line them up, turn it up and keep it running. Say whatever you want, but I'm anything but new to country.
It's a good one. That fun live? You do that one yet?
Oh, dude, it's the funnest song live.
Sounds
We've
like a
got
good time live.
we've got like flames and crazy stuff blowing up. It's awesome. Oh yeah, my ADHD loves it.
Bailey Zimmerman, the record's out today. Different night, same rodeo. And at Bailey.Zimmerman, Instagram, all the tour dates, everything easy to find. Good to see you, buddy. Always good to see you. We love you around here, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks for having me.
All right,
man.
there he is. Bailey Zimmerman, everybody.